Sukho Buddhanang Upado. Happy is the birth of all Buddhas. The term vesak is derived from the Pali word vesaka and the Sanskrit vaishaka. It is the name of a month in the Indian lunar calendar, which usually corresponds to the month of May. The full moon day of Vesak is the most significant event throughout the Buddhist calendar. It commemorates the birth, enlightenment, and Mahaparinibbana, or the great passing away of the Buddha. Vesak is mostly celebrated as a merit-making festival, but we must not lose our focus on the true significance of Vesak and the real reasons for merit-making at this time. Through his birth, enlightenment, and passing away, which each took place on the Vesak full moon, the Buddha showed us the way to liberate ourselves from the endless cycle of birth, life, death, rebirth, the endless cycle of suffering. Therein lies the true significance of Vesak. Although he was born as a human being, just like us, the Buddha's birth was no ordinary birth. He was able to choose the time, the country, the locality, his mother, and the clan where he was born. This means that there must have been absolute clarity of mind at the time of death, the result of profound mental cultivation to enable this kind of birth. The Buddha's life, too, was no ordinary life. After 29 years of worldly life as a prince, he chose to go out to seek the truth, to find a way to liberate himself and all other beings from suffering. On the night of his enlightenment, under the Bodhi tree at Bodh Gaya, he fully realized this knowledge, becoming the awakened one, or Buddha. His passing away, or Mahaparinibbana, was no ordinary death. Having completely liberated himself from the ignorance that binds us to samsara, the cycle of birth and death, his passing away represents the dissolution of his physical body, but his enlightened mind had already gone beyond ordinary death and rebirth. The Buddha demonstrated the full potential of a human life, that it is possible for each and every one of us to awaken to the truth about life and to free ourselves from all sufferings. In the Four Noble Truths and the Noble Eightfold Path, he clearly explained the wisdom he had realized, the knowledge that liberates us from samsara, and the path that leads us to actually realize this knowledge for ourselves. The path to enlightenment requires the cultivation of merits and wisdom. The purpose of merit-making practices during Vesak, such as generosity, dana, observing moral precepts, sila, and meditation, bhavana, is to provide the right supporting conditions for us to develop this wisdom and insight into the true meaning and purpose of our life. Merits or meritorious deeds are actions of body, speech, and mind which gives rise to happiness, joy, peace, and all the positive energies that support us physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Wisdom is the insight into the true nature of our lives. When fully realized, It is the wisdom that will completely free us from the ignorance that binds us to samsara. This year, due to the lockdown, you will not be able to visit temples as usual to make offerings and prayers. So you need to take this opportunity to visit your inner temple. The real temple is within your own hearts. Remember, there are two kinds of offerings or puja. There is Amisa puja and Patipati puja. Amisa puja is the offerings of lights, incense, flowers, and so on. It includes all the material offerings. You can still do this during vesak celebration with offerings of lights and also make various offerings in your own home. The second type of offering is called Patipati puja. It refers to the offering of practice. So for this year's Vesak, as we celebrate the birth, enlightenment and great passing away or Mahaparinibbana of the Buddha, you should all spend the whole day immersed in the Dharma. You can do this by practicing metta, loving kindness meditation, at least twice a day, morning and evening, and the best would be just before sunrise and sunset. And in between, during the day, you should cultivate mindfulness as much as you can. Watch your thoughts, speech, and body action. Please make an effort to overcome any wrong thoughts, speech, and body actions with right thoughts, right speech, and right body actions. We should understand that peace and harmony that we pray for, especially at this present time, can only arise when there is peace and well-being in our own minds and hearts. That is why it is so important for us to train our body, speech and mind to become peaceful. The peace we generate within us will naturally influence those around us, extending to the whole world. Prayers alone are not enough. We need to act with wisdom and compassion. With wisdom, we will know how to look after ourselves. With compassion, we will reach out to others, especially in these times of need. So on this occasion of Vesak, let us all cultivate the qualities of wisdom and compassion and extend our goodwill to all. May all suffering beings be free from sufferings. May all those in sorrow be free from sorrow. May all those in fear and worry be free from fear and worry. May all beings be well and happy. Happy Vesak to all.